3 viral shakes and I'm gonna show you how to make them in After Effects. By the way, the last one got me over 4 million views. On top of that, I will show you my secret on how to make your shakes look 5 times smoother. Seriously. But before we start, make sure you have all your clips ready. And now we can create our first shake, which will be this awesome Twitch shake effect. Making it is pretty simple. Open your effects and presets panel and search for Twitch. Once you found the effect, drag it onto the layer that you want to put your shake on. But wait, if you're a new editor and haven't already installed the Twitch effect, you can get it from my completely free Discord server in the description. And this is where the fun begins, because if we head to our effects and presets panel, you can see we now have all these different settings we can change for our Twitch effect. First of all, we're going to make sure our time indicator is at the very start of our clip right here. And then we're going to set a keyframe for the amount by clicking onto the stopwatch. The value we're going to increase from 100 to 175. And now we have to move ahead with our time indicator to approximately 1/3 of our clip, which in my case would be about here. And then we're going to create a second keyframe by just clicking back onto the number and putting it down to 0. Now when we press on our clip and press Z on our keyboard, you can see we have these 2 keyframes. Keyframes are pretty awesome because they let you change how much shaking you want at what time. So in our case, our shaking will start with 175 at the beginning and then slowly decrease to 0. Very important because we don't want to look like goofy CapCut editors. And to now actually add the effects for our shake, we're going to click onto the button that says enable, and then we're going to tick every checkbox except for scaling and time. Now when we preview the shake on our timeline with our time indicator, you can see there's already a bit of shaking happening. But this doesn't look that good. So next we're going to open up our operation controls and then click on slide, which is responsible for the little slide that you see on the screen right now. And here we're going to put the slide amount from 50 to 100. The slide twitches from 1 to 0.5. For the slide direction, spread, tendency, RGB split and motion blur, we're just going to leave the standard values. And then lastly, for the unique seed, we're going to put it to 350. Now when we play our edit, it should look something like this, and we want to make the animation a bit faster. So next we're going to add a graph to our keyframes. Select both of them, right click, go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease. Then click onto this box to open the graph editor, and in here we can change how fast our shake is shaking. Because we want a fast shake, we want to click onto the graph and then drag it down by using this yellow handle. Once our graph looks like this, we can close the graph editor by clicking back onto this picture. And now the last setting we want to change to get this shake look is the speed in our Twitch effect. You can see it's currently set to 5 and we want to speed things up, so we're going to put it from 5 to 80. As you can see, our preview is now blurry because of our shake, and if you play ahead, you can see our shake is happening. But obviously this does not look good at all, so on top of our shake, we're also going to add some more effects that will make it look way smoother. Starting with S_shake. So go back to your effects and presets and search for S_shake. Again, if you can't find it, check the Discord server and then drag it onto your layer. Now in here we have to make sure our time indicator is back at the beginning of our clip, and we're going to set a keyframe for the amplitude. Leave the value at 1 and then go to the end of your clip and put it down to 0. Again, we're going to easy ease these keyframes to make it look a bit smoother, so select both of them, right click, go to keyframe assistant and press easy ease. Then head back to your shake effect and put the frequency down to 5. Lastly, don't forget to enable the checkmark next to motion blur to make it a bit smoother. As you can see, if we play our clip, it will now add some more movement to it. The next effect we will use is going to add to the overall shakiness. Go to your effects and presets and search for BCC directional blur and then drag it onto your layer. As you might have guessed, we have to go back to the very beginning of our clip and then set a keyframe for the blur amount. Like the name already says, the more blur you want, the higher you can go in here, but in my case I like to go for around 150. Very important, put the angle of the blur from 90 to 0 and then go to the end of your clip and put the blur amount from 150 to 0. In my case the blur is a bit too long though, so you can see it stretches throughout the whole clip. If that's the same for you, we're just gonna click onto our layer and press U on the keyboard to bring up the keyframes and then select the keyframes for the BBC directional blur. Right click, go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease, and again open up the graph editor. As you might remember, we made our Twitch effect very fast at the beginning, and because our directional blur is supposed to add to this Twitch shake effect, we're also gonna have to copy a similar graph. So click onto the graph and then drag this top handle a bit down. You can also go a bit over the line, which in my case will look pretty good like this, and then we can close the graph editor. Now when I preview my edit, you can see it looks pretty good, but I have 2 clips, not just one, and I obviously want my shake to be applied to both clips so that it has a nice unity. And it's pretty simple, so don't stress, you don't have to do this all over again. Instead, select all your keyframes and then click onto the BBC directional blur effect name. You can see the one that's highlighted right now. That should put a blue outline around your effects control panel, and now we can press Ctrl and C on our keyboard. By doing that, you will copy the keyframes, and now we can just move our time indicator to the beginning of the next clip right here. Select the clip and then press Ctrl and V, and it will automatically paste our keyframes onto this clip as well. Now when you press Z on your keyboard, you can see we have all the same keyframes on this clip as well, and to align the ones at the end that are a bit too long, we are just going to select both of them and and then drag them to fit our clip. Now when we play the edit, you can see we have these nice shake effects on both of our clips. And if you're too lazy to do all that, you can join my private community where on top of hour-long courses and weekly live calls, you will get the exact project file I used in this tutorial. Second link in the description. The second shake I will teach you is the smooth Y shake. And Y shake means vertical, so top to bottom or bottom to top. This time I prepared 2 clips of the Flash, and the effect we want to use for our Y shake is called S_blur more curves. So open your effects and presets panel and search for S_blur more curves. Drag it onto the layer that you want to put your shake on. And again, if you can't find this effect, get it from the Discord server. Now in here, other than the Twitch shake, we only have to change one setting, which will be our shift Y. So move your time indicator to the very beginning of your clip right here, and then put a keyframe for the shift Y. If you want it to come from the top, you're going to put a negative value, and if you want it to come from the bottom, you're going to put a positive value. In my case, I want mine to come from the top, so I'm going to put negative 500. To get rid of this black bar in the bottom half of the screen, we're going to go to our warp Y and put it from no to reflect. As you can see, this reflects our clip, and that way we will get rid of the black bar. And I know it looks weird right now, but don't worry, we will add some more effects that will make it look a bit better. To make our shake animation, we're going to click onto our clip and then press U on our keyboard to bring up the keyframe we just created. Now you're going to move ahead 5 frames to the right with your time indicator, so just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then set a second keyframe with the value 50. As you can see, we now have 2 keyframes, and between these 2 keyframes, the clip will move from top to bottom. For the next keyframe, we're going to go ahead another 5 frames and then put the value to negative 30 so it moves back up. And for the final keyframe, we're going to move 10 frames ahead and then put the value back to 0. To make the animation look smoother, we're now going to select all the keyframes, right click, go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease. When you play your clip, you can see you already have the movement, but of course we want to make it look a bit more shaky. So again, we're going to search for the BBC directional blur effect and drag it onto our clip. Move your time indicator to the beginning of your clip and then set a keyframe for the blur amount and put the value from 10 to 150 again. As you can see, the blur is going to be horizontal, but we want it to be vertical to fit our shake. And that's why we're going to go to the angle and put it from 90 to 0. The second keyframe is going to be at the end of our clip again, so go right here and then put the blur amount from 150 to 0. Like we already realized at our Twitch shake, the blur is a bit too long. So we're going to create a similar graph to earlier. Select both the keyframes, right click, go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease. And like I said, we're going to copy the same graph that we applied earlier. So click onto the graph and then drag the top handle a bit down till it looks like this. The faster you want your graph to be, the further you're going to go up with this value. In my case, this looks pretty good. And then we can close the graph editor again. But before we apply these keyframes to the next clip, I'm now going to show you my secret on how to make your shakes way smoother. Start by adding a second S_blur more curves effect to your clip. So search for S_blur more curves and then drag it onto the clip again. Now you should have an effect that's called S_blur more curves 2. Then we're going to go ahead a few frames before our clip ends and set another keyframe for the shift Y. Leave it at 0 and then go approximately 5 frames ahead. Then put the value to negative 50 and lastly go to the end of your clip. Here we're going to put the value to 100. To get rid of the black bars, again we're going to change our warp Y from no to reflect. To add the final touch of smoothness to this animation, we're also going to add a second BBC directional blur effect. But here instead of 3, we're only going to create 2 keyframes. Start by going to the first keyframe we just created right here and then create a second keyframe for the blur amount in the BBC directional blur 2. The value we're going to put from 10 to 0 and the angle from 90 to 0 as well. Then go to where your clip ends and put the blur amount from 0 to 100. Lastly, press U to bring up all the keyframes and then easy ease the new ones we just created. Then only select the BCC directional blur and open your graph editor. Zoom in a bit and then click onto the graph. This time we want to make the graph fast at the end, so just drag the top one down till it looks like this. Close the graph editor and now similar to earlier, we're going to copy all the keyframes by selecting them, then clicking onto the effect name right here, pressing Ctrl and C, then heading to the beginning of our next clip, selecting it and pressing Ctrl and V. Once it's done loading, we can press U on our keyboard and see all the keyframes. Now very important, we have to select the last keyframes right here and then drag them to the right till they fit the ending of our clip. What the secret animation I just showed you does is make the transition between the clips way more seamless and smoother. This effect is also called a shake out. But enough yapping, let me just show you. You can see when I play ahead and the 2 clips transition, it looks way smoother. The last and by far most underrated shake is going to be this X shake. But before we do that, I see so many editors struggling with low quality in their videos, which can get pretty frustrating, especially if you put hours of work into an edit. So if you want to boost your quality from looking like this into looking like this with just one click, make sure to check the first link in the description because I'm still currently running a huge opportunity in my shop. You can get up to 70% of the presets that I use to make my edits look the best as possible. Limited time offer. But let's get to the shake. As you can see, I prepared 2 clips of Darth Vader, and creating this shake is going to be very similar to the Y shake that we did earlier. So start by searching for S_blur more curves and then make sure your time indicator is at the very beginning of your clip. Then we're going to set a keyframe, but this time instead of setting it for the shift Y, we're going to set it for the shift X. And again here, depending on if you want your shake X to be from the right or left side, you're either going to have to put a positive or negative value. In my case, I want it to come from left to right, so I'm going to put the first value to negative 500. As you can see, this time our black bar is at the right side of the screen, so we're going to choose warp X and put it to reflect. Press Press U on your keyboard to bring up the keyframes. As you can see, we have our first one at -500 right now. And then we're gonna move ahead 5 frames and put a second keyframe for 180. And if you started with a positive value at the beginning, you're gonna go to -180. Now again, skip 5 frames ahead and then put the value to -50. For the last keyframe, we're gonna go ahead another 10 frames and put our value back to 0 so it's nice and centered. Don't forget to select all the keyframes, right click, and then easy ease them. Like I said before, this will just make it a bit smoother. And again, to amplify on the shake look, we're gonna add BBC directional blur. Once we drag it onto our layer, we wanna make sure we go back to the beginning of our clip and then set a keyframe for the blur amount and change the value to 150. This time we're gonna leave the angle at 90 because we want it to be horizontal. Then go to the end of the clip and put the value back down to 0. Press U and then easy ease these keyframes. Open the graph editor, and again we wanna have a very fast graph. So click onto it and then drag the top handle a bit down, something like this. Once you adjusted it, you can close the graph editor. For our smooth shake out that will make the transition look better, we're again gonna need to add a second S_blur more curves effect. So drag it onto your layer and then make sure to create a keyframe for the Shift X a few frames before the clip ends. Go ahead 5 frames and put a second keyframe at -50. Now fast forward to the end of your clip and put the value to 100. Press U on your keyboard and also add the second BBC directional blur effect. Once we did that, we're gonna go back to the place in time where we set our first keyframe right here and then create a keyframe for the blur amount. Put the value to 0 and we can leave the angle at 90 again. Then go to the end of your clip and put the value to 100. Press U and make sure you bring up all the keyframes. Select the ones we just created, right click, go to keyframe assistant and hit easy ease. Like before, only select the ones for the BCC directional blur and open the graph editor. Zoom in a bit and then drag the top handle down. Last but not least, close the graph editor, zoom out, and then select all the keyframes we just created. Click onto the BBC directional blur effect name and copy all the keyframes by pressing Ctrl and C. Go to the beginning of the next clip and then press Ctrl and V to paste them. Press U and make sure that the keyframes at the end actually align with the clip. Add your color correction and now enjoy your viral shakes. If this video helped you, you have to subscribe and leave a like. Thank you for watching and see you next time.